Good morning, guys and gals, and hello, my friends. This is your host, Joe, Life with Joseph. It's the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, and I want to point out that, a lot of people go out and they barbecue and all that, but we really need to remember Memorial Day is for the bravest of the brave who didn't come home. And as you're having your day, and we're going to do it here too, we're going to have a day together, remember, a lot of people didn't come home. You see the picture right here? This is my Uncle Manuel. He killed Nazis. He flew P-51s in Europe. He killed Nazis. He killed them. He strafed trains. I've seen the gun footage. He didn't come home. Never forget that. My dad's family was a 2-time Gold Star family. Never forget the sacrifice and why we have Memorial Day. That said, we're going to go out and about for our day, and we're going to eat here at Carl's, and we're going to fellowship. Charlie's driving. I don't last long, and we'll see what's next. Our next stop of the day finds us in Wickenburg, which I think is in Yavapai County, but I'm not really sure, so we're going to have to find that out. We just got gas here at the Circle K. You see the old part of downtown and such here. We'll probably, we're not going to make it a long driving day. We have to be back by 2, so this is going to be our first stop in front of the Western Museum and the statue here, which I'll talk about in a second. So we are in historic Wickenburg, Arizona. This statue is called Thanks for the Rain. There is no greater love and devotion than your dog has for you when you do your dog right. I love Chico, I love Jojo, and I love Dude. I had to overdub this, but this is the jail tree, which was used as the hoosgow or the jail. Prisoners would get literally chained to the tree, and that was the jail. Our next stop of the day finds us at the Wickenburg Sun, the newspaper established in 1934. I will have to investigate if it's a daily or weekly or whatever it is. They appear to still be in business, and they have a couple of news racks out in front, which I'm going to either film or a pip in right here. So Charlie has newspaper experience. I met him at the Daily Review when we were both there. And when he went into law enforcement, I remained in the newspaper business, and here we are. The edition for sale is for May 21st, so I suspect it's a weekly. It's $1 a copy. This is a show rack brand rack. I think the two brands at the time I was in the business were K-Jack and Show Rack. And you talk about yet another business related to the print industry. There's no need for new racks. You can't find these hardly anywhere anymore. So we are out in front of the Wickenburg Sun, 1934, and we'll see what's next. I knew a guy in the Elks. It's the BPOE he said, was the benevolent people on earth. And he asked if I considered joining, he would sponsor me. And I asked him the operative question is, do you have to believe in the Judeo-Christian God? Well, he said, of course you do. You don't? I said, no, dude, I'm an atheist. So I didn't get to join the Elks, and that's probably just as well. And as we continue our pan, we see the Elks building, some of the old stuff. Our next stop of the day finds us in downtown Wickenburg in front of the railroad station. Wickenburg is on historic US 60. The railroad comes through Wickenburg, even still. Oh, this is the the post office. I'm going to cut in a little piece of the post office right here. Hold on. This is Historic Building 19, the old brick post office. The Southern Pacific came to Arizona through Yuma in 1877, but the railroad did not make it to Wickenburg until 1895, though there were certainly some efforts and conversation. The ore and supplies back up here were wagoned in, which was incredibly expensive, and ultimately led to the bankruptcy of the Vulture mine. So in 1895, finally, the railroad came as more of a spur line, I guess, Prescott, Wickenburg, and Phoenix. Here's a pen of the railroad station in Wickenburg, Arizona. It's on the Burlington Northern Santa Fe now. Noticing our Veterans Memorial right next door to the American Legion meeting hall. I see a lot more of this in a lot more of the smaller towns that I've wandered through, both Charlie and myself. I'm noting that my brother is a disabled veteran who served his nation honorably. He answered the call of a grateful nation, as did my goddaughter. And those of you who answered the call of a grateful nation, I recognize you now. Here's a Gila monster. I'm almost sure it's a stone, but I'm not going to get close enough to find out. Our next stop of the day finds us in downtown Wickenburg still. We got out here because we're going to run a little film. You see Mecca Bar and Grill. You see the Spurs Cafe, which Charlie said he's eaten at. There we go. Woo! Oh, somebody's getting stopped right here. God, I can't have better timing. There you go. They've got, I think they forgot. Well, you know, I bet it's enough reasonable, articulable suspicion to Terry stop, though. Well, we're not going to sit here and film this, but you never know when you have your camera out what you're going to see. Here's the Saguaro Theater, and you know, I like to see theaters like this still open. The movie theater industry is definitely having its struggles, and historic single-screen theaters like this are really having a struggle. So I'm glad to see them still open. The Wickenburg officer is very, very nice. I asked her if I could film the side of the car because I like stuff like this. Now, did I have to ask her? No, because the Constitution says I don't have to. But being polite is not usually a problem. So thank you to the Wickenburg officer, and we're going to press on and see what's next. After our very nice interaction with Officer Webb of the Wickenburg PD, and I want to give a shout out to Officer Webb. Thank you, officer, for being kind to us and chatting with us for a few minutes. You represent yourself and the department well. Well, here's about the last of the historical part of Wickenburg. I'm running out of steam. It's embarrassing. So we see this. You know, sometimes you got to go to the side to see. I'm in front of a Trader Joe's on the opposite side of the street where I just filmed, and you see the old brick. So on one hand, we could talk about how modern building codes in historical cities, and I'm talking about Pleasanton, Alameda County, California here, for example, where when I went on my downtown walk last year, I pointed out that there were old buildings and there were new buildings that were designed in the older style. So I really don't know how many of these buildings look old or are old, but nevertheless, here we are. I'm running out of steam. I'm going to have a sit. We're going to probably head back soon. So there you go, and we'll see what's next. I have no idea if this is a real plate or what it is, or he's got Arizona plates on the back, but this is sure interesting. So I think we're just about done and we're going to start heading back. Well, we're going to use this road footage right here for our close as we drive back through downtown historic Wickenburg, Maricopa County, Arizona. Charlie and I had an excellent day. I'd like to thank all of you who watch and subscribe. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. Keep your eye on the prize and keep your head in the game. May Freya show you favor on the hunt. Remember those who didn't come home over Memorial Day weekend, who answered the call of a grateful nation and paid the ultimate price. And we'll see you for the next one.